Hello and welcome to Dual Attack, where we're doing our WTC rewatch series. This game we have Aleks versus Anton, and we're joined by Aleks and Lewis. And just before we jump in, a quick shout out to Moment of Clarity for recording the WTC stream. You can check out their YouTube channel to watch the live videos with the table audio and everything else. Yeah, Aleks and Lewis, how you guys doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
Yep, absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you, Connor.
Excellent. And this time with video, which is excellent. What was the question? So we already started this for any audience watching and then realized I wasn't sharing video. So trying to remember what I asked last time. I think it was Aleks, were you happy with this matchup and what was the process to getting it?
I mean, Brines for me has always been a 50-50. I have never ever, with any army I've played, felt favored into them, but I've never really felt they were favored into me. So I was happy to get a yellow, so hopefully a teammate can get a green.
Excellent. What a great sense of deja vu.
Yeah, as you might say, our resident Brines player, I feel pretty similar about the matchup, especially in this kind of Boomhowler matchup. I think the feat can kind of feel a little bit underwhelming sometimes. Just changing defense 12s to defense 14s doesn't necessarily feel like a whole lot into Old Umbrey, especially with boostable attacks from this caster. But the capacity to kind of death touch onto key enemy models is really relevant, and being able to stack certain defense buffs like Rough Seas and things like that make the bears' very scary sprays be a little bit less predictable, I guess.
Excellent. Thank you. And Aleks, do you have any recollection of what you racked or what your opponent racked?
I racked IR Wild Aggression. He racked Fury, Strength, Rough Seas, and Fortune, I think. And we played Payload. We did have to call a TO over just to get that Madrak statue in the middle a little bit further away from the 50 mils. And interestingly, those 50 mils both require you to score at least 140 mil to actually get over those logs.
Can you tell me a little bit about what those logs are?
I believe we played them as obstructions.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
which made life real hard. But yeah, we couldn't go. I mean, Strix could go over them, but that was about it.
Did they block on a side?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty sure that's how we played them. Which is fine. That statue at the back there is an incredible position for it. Not that the magic attacks really matter to me, but
as the sorry, not the Madrak statue. You're talking about the totem.
His totem behind the statue, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see my my roll to try and win first turn is still on the table as well.
Yeah, very disappointingly so.
That's sending a message.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Pretty early on here, I realized that Strix is going to absolutely. Oh wow, we're really zooming in on Strix.
And your arm.
And my arm. Look at that hair tie on my arm. I realized that Strix is going to have to do all of the work on that payload there.
What beasts have you got?
I've got the Strix on the far right there, and the Starved, and a Rush Alke Feral in the middle. So only 3 heavies.
Might be a silly question, but why can't the Rush Alke just babysit the payload?
The Rush Alke is a little bit better, well, a little bit more losable if you are using it for battle formations.
Oh, yep.
If somebody comes into Strix and Strix has to get out, she admonitions away and then drops battle formation on the unit she was protecting.
Yeah, and Strix is a bit more high value. I don't know if there's anyone out there who doesn't understand what oh, I'm blanking on your caster's name, but is it Azlanov?
Azlanov.
Azlanov, yeah, what Azlanov's like deal is. But for the audience, maybe do you mind explaining?
He is a high damage brick with a short range feat, which has a denial component, but also has a +2 speed for warriors charging. So largely, he plays a slow moving defensive brick. He's got 3 battle plans. One that gives battle formations, which is +2 arm to warrior models in his control range that are base to base with a beast in his battle group, or sorry, with a model in his battle group, includes himself. Soothing Song, which takes a fury off beasts in his control range. That's me feeding on literally the bottom of 1.
Yeah, wow. So that's Azlanov, the first thing you've moved right up there.
Yes, straight into the middle of the table.
How much do you catch? Like Azlanov's control is what, 12?
12, yeah.
Do you? I know you just measured it there, but like it doesn't look like you catch a lot.
Not really, but I need to buy all the board space that I can here, and with the is it called No Quarter?
Yeah.
The +2 speed and Pathfinder. They threaten a long way, so I would have had to give up basically the middle of the table. Doing it this way, my expectation was to be able to bunker up behind that Madrak statue and make him scrap with me. I don't need the threat range realistically, because he's gonna have to come into me. He can't back off from the position that I'm taking there. And super intensive positioning wise as well, having to proxy every bear's landing spot and every beast's landing spot.
Yeah, I'm interested. But like I like obviously feeding turn 1 seems really aggressive. But yeah, if the whole point's to set the engagement line further up, not something I would have thought of, but I didn't go WTC.
Look, it's just it comes off the background of playing into these sort of defensive feats. Like her feat is, it's no Sat, it's no Kythos feat. But if you let the either Kythos or Sat, for example, get into the middle of the table, you're going to have a sort of really sad time trying to claw it back. So, especially with her, where like her 2 defense is so, but the rapid healing actually means something.
Yeah. How much grievous wounds you got?
Almost nothing. I think it might actually be nothing. Hopes and dreams.
Yeah. All right. So the grievous wounds is like actually real. Well, not grievous wounds. The regeneration is actually real.
Yeah, they are. She's able to absolutely rapid heal whatever she wants. So, I was very conscious of that, and the playing into Boomhowler also makes the game really slow. Similar to Foul Blood, because like there's continuous healing and everything, and then there's always a discussion of do you allow that on your clock or your opponent's clock?
Yeah. Where do you come on that position, on that argument?
With rapid healing, if my opponent is dice in hand, ready to go, same as a tough check, I'm just happy to do it on my clock. Anton's very, very good with that. You see he's got his damage grids on paper ready to go. So he's actually hyper efficient at marking it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's broadly where I would stand. Like as long as they can do it while I continue playing. Like if I have to pause for them, then I would clock to them. On Foul Blood though, I think Stumbling Drunk just takes too long. It like always has to be on their clock.
Always. Agreed. Oh, it's also a mandatory effect, right?
Yeah.
So your opponent should know what's coming. So he should be ready, especially if you explain it to him at the start that you're going to clock back to him. He should be ready for it.
Yeah. All right. So you're getting a fair bit up here. Big part of the Umbrey kind of model catalog is the marked models and the ability to spawn stuff in. How many Shifters, that's the right word I was trying to find. How many shifters have you got on your list?
I've got 3. I've got a Apex bear, and I've got 2 baby bears. Now, it's a little hard to see, but generally, with the baby bears, I'll try and predetermine their position as well. So I will place a warden on top of a 40 mil base. It telegraphs it a little bit, but it ensures that I can actually fit that 40 mil into the gap that I want to be in.
Yeah, interesting.
Were you feeling less threatened by this Varroga in the center of the table, knowing that you had 2, well, I guess kind of 4 Uber shield guards up your sleeve?
Yes, and I already had the Apex bear. You can see him; he's out and on the on my player's left, I guess. So he's got a immovable object shield guard for the drag.
As in you already summoned the Apex Bear turn 1? Oh, actually I can see it now.
Yeah, specific for Varrogas.
Yeah. So as in normally you don't summon it, but just knowing the rug was there, you went for it?
Yeah. I mean, I'll try and keep it back if I can, because it's just such a strong contesting piece. But in this instance, just to be able to say something, like if I make a misplay here and I mess up and the staff gets dragged, then I'm having a really sad day. So you can alleviate that and just bring him out early.
Do they have some kind of leadership too, the Apex?
They do. They give Defiant Rage to the little ones. So if they take damage, they get +2 to melee damage rolls and +2 armor as well.
Yeah. That's always something I've found weird with the Apex, is that kind of order of activation, or like, not order of activation, like order of spawning issue. So I guess just manually bringing it out turn 1's kind of solves that problem as well.
Yeah, that's it. And here is sort of setting up the theme of playing around this obstruction continuously.
This building height log.
Yes, this building height log. So this is one guy getting repoed in by the tapper, which is super cool because I don't see many tappers played, to be honest.
No, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Lewis, but I think Australia's generally quite not hot on tappers.
Look, it is an interesting thing because 1 point for one model, generally considered pretty good. 1 point for one model with upside and boxes should be pretty good. It just doesn't, it's just an opportunity cost on what that unit can do because it's not a quartermaster or a bosun. But I think especially like a broader Europe sees a lot more play for them and a lot more value in them than we do generally.
We've got the bonk frog here as well. Hey, he's running 2 bonk frogs.
He
Go
is.
Anton.
They almost cost me the game. Spoilers.
Look, I played a bronze player in my 3rd round, and a single bonk frog in 2 fronts held the entire unit flank just because the sledge thralls couldn't kill it.
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. The boarding party also are one of my favorite units in this entire army.
I mean, pretty much the entire army is. Oh, the pygmy boarding party? You're not talking about the normal guys, right?
Yeah, the little guys, the pigs.
Oh, yeah. So that's what he's fed you right there, right?
He has, yeah.
Death 14 and Annoyance?
Yeah, and dodge.
And Dodge? Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah, and it's kind of forced, like, it gives you sort of order of activation shenanigans because I need to make sure that I kill all these guys because I want to score my 40 mil.
Yeah. Has he kept anything on the flank? I can see a unit up near the top next to his measuring tape. Has he maybe got another one ambushing it?
There's an ambushing unit of boarding party as well.
Yeah, nice. They're super cool and annoying.
Yes, yeah, and look, I made a conscious effort to not bring my 50 mil further forward. My intention was to just keep it at the back and just keep forcing him to feed me contesting models.
Yeah.
And just keep killing them with Strix.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the log being, I mean, this is such an interesting table to have payload on because you have your 50s behind what are effectively skinny buildings.
Yes. I made that point. I definitely made the point that if we scored just the 50 mil, we can't get over. His is a little bit worse because mine's like base to base with a log. So a 4-inch gets me exactly over. His one needs to move to the log and then over the log.
Yeah. This interesting log aside, how else did you find? Was this the only time you played on the streaming tables?
This was the only time I played on them, yeah.
How did you find it? Because the streaming tables had different terrain setup than the rest of the event.
They did. We did a sort of fair look around. This was a pretty highly nominated table for me, to be honest, because I have Olisea in my pair. So these forests are pretty neat for me, but they're a little bit. So the terrain is a little bit large for my liking and small in quantity.
Yeah, I think that was true of the entire WTC. Like at least to what we're kind of used to in Australia. I think broadly we've modeled ourselves after last year's WTC terrain because they sold that pack. And there's a lot more pieces and they're smaller.
Yeah, and I prefer that.
Yeah, I think this is the Brave New World of the SFG terrain pack, right? So it's just about how we then normalize that into how, like, I suspect there'll be a middle ground eventually of how we use these incredible 3D, files and all these printed tables and things like that, but maybe on smaller footprints moving forward.
Which I think is right.
Are the logs 3D printed?
Yes.
Sorry, I'll rephrase. Are the logs from the SFG files?
I don't think so.
Because I know the Madrak statue definitely is, and the trees are as well. I've just painted that stuff.
Or maybe they're from the Umbrey set.
I'm happy to fact check myself live, but I think my understanding was all the terrain from the streaming tables were from SFG sets. But let me double check.
Oh, don't let truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah, that's it.
The internet's ruined everything.
So we found a magical contesting spot there. You see, I've got a bear that's behind the log.
Oh yeah. So the bear is behind the log, but within 3 of the objective.
Correct. By the skin of its teeth.
Oh, we're getting some zooms.
Well, I didn't know we get to zoom in.
Well, I think at the time, like they were live streaming and cutting between the videos.
Right.
And so every now and then they would essentially take over, yours, and it would be live streaming, and they'd be commentating over it, and then they'd be zooming in and out. So there's like that as one video, and then after the fact, they've posted up every single video separately with table audio.
Did the screen just turn blue?
Yeah, it looks to have taken on a tint.
Excellent. All right, so now we're just looking to make high efficiency attacks. I don't want to be missing these guys, so.
And that's what is that? That's just gone up there.
That's the champion.
Oh, that's the champion. Gotcha.
Yeah, the Apex is in the lead, contesting his 40 mil around the corner. Because there is a 40 mil behind that statue.
Yeah.
And then the champion's just gone base to base with him. And just making landing spots and giving you precision strike, because, unpacking this without precision strike is hard.
Yeah. And you're proxying up your bear cav to try come in, I assume.
To try and come in and also block as many dodges as I can.
Yeah, while literally and figuratively annoying, arcane might really helps in these situations.
It sure does.
Oh, I fully forgot Azlanov had Arcane Might.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that I miss a fair bit here, though. Like, I actually don't remember this going that well for me.
Mat 7, 3d6, what could go wrong?
He
Immediately
says
goes
I
wrong.
missed. So I think thankfully he couldn't get over this wall. So now we Arcane Might and try again. And it happens again. Oh,
Wall's too thick.
yeah. It's not a regulation size wall.
Yeah. Oh, some zooms. I wonder if this will fix the blue tint.
I got one.
How long did you have to paint up this army?
I literally had to paint this up in like 3 weeks total. It was the worst time.
Oh, now you're repoing for the ultimate setup.
Yeah. With my pre-labeled cohort proxy. The thing I did hate about this move, because obviously I have to do it so I can work out if it's going to work, but I'm telegraphing here that if I mess up and he dodges, he can dodge on my 50.
Yeah, that's true. You should get a you've played my Convergence, haven't you? Where I've got my 3D printed triangles for the reciprocators or whatever.
Yeah.
You could do that with the 50 mils for the cav.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I actually went looking for I was just going to design a 450 mils touching like that as a single proxy.
Yeah.
But it's okay. The Chosen come in here. Azlanov still exists, so add a little time jump there.
The order of activations power that Arcane Might gives you as well, because I don't think he's activated this turn. He still has all his flexibility to deal with. And so he's basically done all of this out of activation, which is really cool.
Incredible. The problem with it, though, is I've got one Fury left. So he's not going to have a great activation.
It's all right, Alex. I'm sure the world's smallest violin is playing for you.
Look, Azlanov really struggles. He definitely doesn't deserve nerfs.
So his Strix going to go kill.
Yeah,
this one
Strix
guy.
has wild aggression on her, so she's just raw dog murdering here. And sprinting.
I like how readable the game is. Like everyone's got nice clear tokens, and Anton's units are really easily to distinguish. And even you can see his damage grid there. He's got like the unit spiked, the green, red, and yellow.
Yeah,
super cool.
It's awesome. Like these tokens that I'm playing with are literally like kids counting chips that come in different colors, and I just write the names on there. I do this exclusively for the WTC. I don't actually play with these locally.
Yeah. Just for clarity, maximum clarity.
Just to make it all nice and obvious for everyone. Like it's all clear. You can see I've actually color coded them by ability types.
Oh, what's your code?
So green are caster innate abilities. White are caster card spells. Red is rack spells. Yellow are cohort abilities, which are generally Animi and Gnawing Pain. Pink is unit abilities, and orange is solo abilities.
Very nice.
And I went the whole WTC having written down Gnawing Pain instead of hungering pain for the starved.
There you go. Is the it's a little hard to tell at the moment, but is the starved behind those three bears closest to, I guess, the middle of the screen?
Yes. Yeah, I believe at some stage he just became a proxy base because, well, SFG, if you're listening, an extreme starve that doesn't overhang would be nice. They've already done it with Strix because Strix has the same problem. Both wings on Strix overhang the lip of the base, so you can't actually put her base to base.
Yeah. I've basically anytime I play Dragon's Host, I need a proxy base just for the Seraph.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it difficult. I actually wound up for the WTC. I just had 2 permanent bases that were labeled starved and Strix. But it's not my preferred way.
Extreme Strix does look really cool and less overhangy, though. Shout out.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
I might come out as an extreme Strix hater. I just think regular Strix looks so good. Granted, I haven't played the model on the table and gotten frustrated at the overhang yet, but
I think the model is beautiful. It's just the overhang specifically with Azlanov.
yeah. It's fascinating that we got bigger base sizes and that's just more bases to overhang on.
Yes. I mean, look, they're 3D printing them, right? Like, I've scaled down all the extremes that I've printed for people, the pluggers and that sort of stuff. Same with the iconoclasts. I've scaled those down when I print them.
Yeah. It's interesting too, because there's some models that I swear just are scaled down. Like, have you ever looked at Decadus in Crix?
Yes.
He's so tiny.
I thought he was going to be huge when I saw his art.
Yeah. I have this running theory that he was originally supposed to be a 50 mil, and somewhere along the lines they scaled him down, and that's why his head's so small.
Scaled his head down by like 50%, but the rest of him only 35.
His Big Daddy Terminus doesn't have a very big head either, to be fair.
His head, I swear his head is smaller than a Makanathral.
I'm going to have to look at this. I'm pretty sure he's being ran tomorrow at our Super Series qualifier. So I will see Decathus in person because I've only seen them, seen him in like the actual model artwork now.
Yeah, check him out. I think you'll be surprised how small his head is.
The big one for me is Primevals.
As in you thought they could be bigger?
Yeah. Like they're really small. Like the Bear Champion, everything is bigger than they are.
I actually quite like how skinny and gaunt they are, but I will agree with one thing specifically, which is I think their claw hand is tiny, and it's what, a power 6 blessed attack?
Yeah, power 16, yeah, blessed attack.
Oh yeah, sorry, 16, yeah. And it's this like tiny little hand, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I do. You're right. I love the gaunt look to them, but I think they could maintain that gaunt look and just be taller. Like to me, Wendigos have like out of scale proportioned arms and legs normally.
Yeah. So you've clocked back to Anton, and this is
his
Anton's turn 3.
Yeah, his top of 3. Now he's looking to commit a war crime on my bears there with his marauders.
Yeah. What do you think of the like the clock scoring mechanism they've got here?
It's okay. I think it's hard to see on stream.
Is it better than the iPads from the year before?
Probably not. Not for visibility. The iPads last year were a little bit clunky. Sometimes you touch them a clock over and they decided not to. So here's me deciding if I'm going to put a bear in.
Yeah.
And I decide I will because I would like to keep contesting. And he doesn't really have much in the way of attacks left. And then he makes an attack here. And it's not a charge attack, which I point out to him. but he didn't even manage to kill the bear. He barely damaged it. So we have a discussion here, and I explained to him that's not a charge attack. So I get him to re-roll it with 2 dice after
I feel like I
taking
know where this is
2 or
going.
3 damage. Yeah, yeah. And then I get war crimed and lose the bear.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, that's what I get for doing the right thing.
Yeah, so you and I played a practice game in the lead up to this, and doing the old bear pops out on the one bear cav that's contesting the objective really got me.
It's a beautiful play. I love it so much. Here it never worked out for me, unfortunately.
I think Anton really leaned away from having too much greed in this play. Like they probably could have like overextended to try and get that third bear, but because they didn't, because it wouldn't have got them a whole lot, say, they were able to have those superfluous attacks, extra attacks, so that they could finish off that bear after they popped out. Because I think they had another attack to maybe finish them off as well.
Yeah, I think he did. It's a double-edged sword.
I think, just based on what you were saying there, Lewis, which I hadn't really thought about, do both Old Umbrey and Crix really punish kind of greed players?
I think it's really easy to overcommit into Crix, probably more so than Old Umbrey. But I think like your general thesis that like it's easy to make bad decisions, maybe. Like I think if you make a bad decision and then double down on it, both will punish you a lot. I think for Crix, I think it's easier to overcommit into something like Criterions or undercommit into something like Criterions. And then I think, as you like to say, putting bad money after good or good money after bad. Whereas with Old Umbrey, you do have to decide whether you're going to pay your taxes and make sure you have extra attacks for things like bears appearing in your midfield and things like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably a much more articulate way of putting it than I did.
It's a very double-edged though, because if you have a look here, that bear cav I have isn't actually engaged. Which, when I have another bear up my sleeve, means I get to do the same thing again.
I'm so sorry, Aleks. I don't know if I follow. Can you explain that again?
So, that bear that survived from that unit on the left-hand side, I can revive off him now if I wanted to.
Oh, that's right. Azlanov's got revive.
He does, but B, it's not actually engaged, so that bear's able to run around those marauders to that same spot and contest again.
Oh, yeah. It contests the exact same 50 mil, and then you've still got a bear unspawned. So when it dies, it can just do the exact. Yeah, sorry, that took me way too long, but I fully get you.
And then here he's just figuring out exactly how he wants to move into my break.
Yeah, I think Anton's kind of getting the benefit and the weakness out of deploying so widely as Brines here as well. So they were able to kind of trivially remove those cav and that bear on the right side with those buffs. But now they just don't have the oomph to punch through this center. They have a bunch of models that can do a little bit, but this is where the main defenses are, and everything will be affected by things like Mortal Fear of the Starved, and that Brig is not going to be able to do a whole lot of work here.
Yeah, especially with the immunity to knockdown. He's basically sort of trying to play maybe 60, 65 points of his list into 90 of mine.
And I think I would argue that's almost how he had to play it to keep up on scenario, especially with the disadvantage of his payload. But it is not a comfortable place to be.
No, I definitely, the side I have is definitely the side, and you can imagine how much worse this looks for me if I were, like, let's say 6 inches further back if I hadn't feeded early. This is pretty disappointing for him. This is the Deepborn charging in, hoping to kill 2 solos.
Yeah, and I think he looks like he's probably in Mortal Fear range here, which is the natural enemy of any Brian's Warbeast. I think he's punching in at a whopping power 15 on a shark there, which is just not what you want to see.
Yeah, into a Apex bear who he damaged and gave Defiant Rage to, I'm pretty sure. So it's effective armor 22.
Did you use the Starve's ability to give him -1 Fury and Threshold as well?
No.
No.
No, I don't like stacking the corpses up early. So a lot of my list design here, having Strix over the Primeval, is that I'm not forced to start killing my own dudes super early. Because I only need 1 corpse at a time.
Yeah, just to do Mortal Fear. And then presumably you'll kill some stuff this turn, get the corpse, and then you can go all out with the Starves if you want.
That's the hope. And if not, I have Veroni who can just find another one for him.
What a good model Veroni is.
He's such a good bird.
I love a flock of birds.
Me too. I should have painted them as magpies.
Here we are, Bonk Frog coming in on the brick at its very best. This is just not what he's for, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got a bonk frog either side as well. There's one that went into the champion too.
Things like Mortal Fear just punish them so heavily, down to power 12s, up to 14 if they have 1 buff, up to 16 if they have 2. It's just not enough to punch through something like that, unfortunately. But you got to throw whatever you can into it. So we're seeing, I think, this Marauder unit getting all of the bells and whistles, and just really hoping and praying that they get something very impressive done.
Yeah. On the left hand side, that champion that the bonk frog went into was like effective armor 24.
Seems good.
Yeah. And then the cab that he's going into 18 base, 20 battle formations, 22 unyielding, 24 IR, 26 hungering pains.
I was listening to Mario's podcast, which I should shout out, except I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. And he was talking to one of the Canadians. I think it was the captain. Shop Talk, by the way. And they were talking about how the WTC was prepared for a defense skew, but not an armor skew. I guess because Kythos was such a known quantity, and maybe Azlanov wasn't. Do you kind of feel that's correct, or that sort of panned out?
Yep. People came geared for Kythos and Sat, and largely Umbrey got under the radar. I think it's a similar reason why Hrusk performed so well.
I guess it's just hard to cover all your bases there. You had to, like, the meta itself had to make a sacrifice.
That's exactly it. And a little bit of flexibility of what Umbrey do is that there's not really much of a damage increase on the rack. Like we look at Curse Shadows and Lashing Tendrils if they're running shields. So you have options like I've got Strix here running Wild Aggression specifically for Boomy's feet. He's also very good at giving me no assassination outs, nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even think I can tell you where Boomhowler is on the board.
At the back, they're just barely out of kill box.
Is it the thing with what looks like a red hat?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep, that's the octopus.
Excellent. Love to see it.
I liked it better as a hat.
Yeah, things can be 2 things.
True. You can take out the octopus. It's not a hat. So we're just zooming in on the cluster.
This poor brig realized that it just was not his day, and he is jamming.
Yeah, but this poor brig does not live long.
How many shots could a brig put out?
Three, up to 3 AoE shots.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if it could have gone on some sort of weird, like, Vroni assassination job. If it had, like, 5 shots that it could put out.
Maybe. Yeah, he has to put up with the fact that there's actually goat cancels on the Veroni,
Oh, yeah.
and I could bring in a bear if I'm really desperate. So here I'm using my good friends, the Wardens, to prep Gangfighter.
Wait, hold on a sec. Azlanov has Gangfighter as well? Like, as in
Field
battle
Marshal
group wide?
Gangfighter.
Yeah, look. I can see
Just
why
on the
Azlanov
card
did so
too.
well.
It's not even a battle plan or anything. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
And once battle formation goes up, they're what? Just flat arm 19 in combat there, well, base to base with Strix?
There'll be 16 up to 18 with unyielding.
Oh, so 20 base to base.
20 against melee, yeah.
Yeah, seems good.
Did you ever not use the battle plan for the base to... Sorry, I've forgotten the name of it. The base to base +2 armor?
Battle formations. I've used Soothing Song in situations where I've gone heavy in on beasts, especially when I was running 4 heavies in my battle group early in testing. But this became my sort of death skewy answer, because I just having Strix there with a hypermobility and wild aggression and access to Gangfighter and also access to Future Sight and combo pitch, like she's just an incredible fixer. And the stand your ground is kind of largely a dead battle plan. Warrior model defenses aren't high enough here. Like, you might use it on yourself if you think battle formation is going to be better, or if you don't have any beasts left.
What is it? Set defense? Yeah.
Yeah.
That does not compare to +2 armor. I can't be knocked down.
No. With the exception that if Azlanov has no battle group models, then you kind of got to use something else.
Yeah.
Also, interestingly, Jazana counts as a battle group model that can give battle formations.
Yeah. One of the random tricks which I found out very late testing is Eviscerus, when he feeds, digs in Ghostwalk
Yep, Ghostwalk
And it's important to me that academically he does get that focus. It just doesn't get to go anywhere.
Why? It's part of his meditation routine.
Well, that's right.
Basically, here I've stumbling drunked that that bonk frog, whose actual name I can't remember, out of my contest range on the left-hand side.
Oh, as in you've just pushed him out. Yeah, gotcha.
So that I can leave him if I need to.
I love the fact they lick toads. What an excellent ability.
And we've got Veroni just like doing his own murder here.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing about Brian's infantry sometimes. They hit hard, but support models just eat them up.
Yeah, Veroni's a murderer. Like, on the left-hand side there, Strix went in and killed all of the contesting dudes.
Yeah, and you've done the trick you were talking about before, where the bear's gone to contest.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a big murder pit.
Yeah. So my whole plan here from the get-go was to score my 50 every turn, contest his 50 every turn, and I was pretty confident in my ability to score the 40 more than he can score his.
Yeah. And once again, that all comes back to you feating the turn on turn 1, because that's what has allowed you to essentially draw the battle lines ahead of the 40.
Yeah. exactly.
How often did you have to feat turn 1 at any other point during the tournament?
No, this was the only one, I believe. Just a very unique situation into Brian's, and like I've never played a game into Brian's where it hasn't been a 2-hour game.
It's just always such a grind.
Yeah. I also feel really bad for putting that tree exactly in the way of my scoring over there.
Oh, I see. No, you can still read it.
Just
It's 2-1, I think.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, you can only do so much. You can't expect players to like be mindful of the stream once they're actually like in the guts of like thinking about the game.
It's true. That brig got straight up murdered there.
Do you know what got it?
Combination of bears and chosen, I believe.
Oh, I keep forgetting the chosen are in the middle there somewhere.
Yeah, it's all just a big precision strike blob.
It's just a bunch of colors.
Yeah.
Can tell the feral because it's on its rock, and then there's a bonk frog behind it, and then everything south of the feral is just a blur.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because I think Starved is still a proxy in there somewhere. And like I do absolutely nothing to his dire, so
Bonk frog's down. Oh, the feral is also a proxy.
the Feral's actually behind the bear champion.
Yeah. I have a fun fact for you because you brought up magpies earlier.
Oh yeah.
When I first started putting animal noises at the start of our stream, our videos, they were magpies, and then it was after we picked our WTC team as Team Kookaburra, I pivoted to Kookaburra.
Oh, it's such a better sound though.
What, the magpie or the Kookaburra? They're both great.
Kookaburra. I love Kookaburra noises.
I do. I really like a good magpie warble, and the great thing was I had about 4 of them, and I would rotate through them, so it wouldn't be the same magpie warble at the start. But I do also think the Kookaburra is pretty good too.
Do you know what a group of magpies is called?
A murder?
No, I think it's a mischief.
Oh, excellent.
They're not as mean as crows. Well, actually, no, they're way meaner.
They are.
People not from Australia don't underestimate the magpie. Here we have a repeat of last turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just that one poor bear getting absolutely murderized, and then me desperately trying to bring a contesting bear in.
Yeah. New bear comes in. New bear gets murked.
I totally believe that if I bring in a bear shifter off the bear cav, it's just the bear stands up.
Yeah.
I think this was a good example of what you were talking about, Connor. Like if Anton had made a slightly greedier choice here, it looks like they did cast Fury's Strength from Moriarty here. But if they didn't, this is actually pretty low odds just to kill these 2 models. So they had to make sure that they moved the needle to kind of put the pressure on if they do bring in the bear, that they will be able to deal with it.
Yep. Did we freeze?
All right. Thanks, Alex. We did freeze. And welcome, audience. I'm killing time until I managed to get all the audio tracks back up and running. My internet went a bit funny. I might use this time to talk about my WT experience because all these videos are focused on the Numbats who were obviously on the top streaming tables. The Lonely Kookaburras never made it up there. So for what it's worth, I had a great time. I met a bunch of you. It was really fun. It was my first time going overseas for any kind of Warmachine tournament. I only really got back into the game just after COVID, really. And it's been a super fun journey. Yeah, recording some videos and putting them up and stuff like that. And yeah, WTC was great. It was a real friendly atmosphere. I don't know the quiet way to say it. It was like uh, this whole community, and everyone was excited. Everyone was there for the same thing, and you got to chat to people that before. Yeah, yeah, I had a great time. Very humbling, and then afterwards, myself and some of Jay from some people might know Jay from the business, and Pete, who people just might know from the fact he played in the WTC, went to Stockholm. And if anyone's up in Stockholm, I really recommend the Vasa Museum. It was great fun. I've never seen a ship so close. It was awesome. Anyway, the audio should be back on right about now. Play. We're back. I'm not sure where we're up to though.
Anton got through the 2 solos that we're contesting in the middle there.
Yeah, 2 turns of a heavy's full attention. It finally broke through. But Anton's just playing good fundamentals here, making sure that they're still staying in on scenario and trying to win over that flank they've invested so much into up north.
Yeah. Anton was an incredible player. Just like shout out to him. He was sportsmanship was 10 out of 10. Actual gameplay decisions was 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game.
He's doing what I think is sometimes the mark between like a good player and a great player, which is like essentially just not giving up, keeping playing, keeping with the fundamentals, all the rest of that stuff. Like, you know, giving, like doing what he can, and then hopefully giving you an opportunity to maybe make a mistake or give him something.
Yeah, that's the way everyone should be playing, right? If you're making all the right decisions, then and minimizing unforced errors, every game is going to go long like this. That is a bit of a mistake he did make there.
Putting the dirge out.
He put the dirge in running contest range.
As in running contest range of the 50 mil.
Yeah.
So how's that a mistake?
Because I'm going to capitalize on it in a moment and engage him.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he had no reason not to go closer. He could have just gone the other side of that house and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Oh, the log house.
Yeah.
Big thin house.
Oh, look, it could be a house for a group of squirrels.
Sure. Or raccoons.
Yeah.
This could be America.
Or opossums. Shout out North America.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not Australia because we haven't named one Australian animal.
We only know kookaburras here. That's it.
Yeah. And magpies.
And numbats.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess. So this is me trying to be as efficient as I can, but getting my my models corroded for swinging on the whatever you call that frog with the flaming batons.
It's called the bonk frog.
And this is why Anton is at the WTC, because he remembers that the armor ability also makes people corroded, because I've never once remembered that in a game.
Yeah.
But think of the 10 seconds of clock it buys you.
Well, that's right.
It almost cost me the game.
Oh. How exciting.
So this is cute. Strix is obviously still scoring position to be able to threat into the middle now, while still being able to threat the rest of the models on that flank. She's also in the position that she's in. She's blocking that contesting spot.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You're essentially blocking the only spot that they can contest from that doesn't involve being on the other side of the log house.
Correct. And now I've engaged the balloon with my wardens on the bottom there.
Oh, look, I can actually see the Strix.
So in that there, I boosted the damage roll to kill that frog. So I think you don't get corroded if you kill it.
We will defer to our resident Brian's player, who is an expert in bronc frogs.
That is correct. It is part of the classic class of abilities where it doesn't affect it if you do take them off the table. Of course, they do have tough though, so that's always something to consider.
Look at this rapid fire damage from the Chosen.
Ooh. Ooh.
Chosen was something that I really didn't like. And I think at some point, I probably just have to acknowledge they're good.
They're just a good, honest unit, which in a faction with pretty dishonest buffs really can put them over the edge.
Yeah, I think there's this because the Chimera Cav are in a similar boat where they're like a strong model but with one attack, and I think sometimes you need the volume, but they're good at what they do.
Definitely.
I think Azlanov makes a big difference too, just being able to boost that crit decapitation axe as well.
Yeah. So this is me pausing 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, tight game. I can't look. I'm going to try read your child's scribbling there, Aleks, but it looks like 6-4.
I believe it is, yeah. So the main problem he has here is that he doesn't have a means to contest my 50 mil anymore.
Yeah, if that pig dirge, obviously hindsight's 2020, was about 3 inches closer, you would be able to walk and repo into position.
Exactly.
Here we are. You left those wardens pretty much out of the game for a full turn, but this was your payoff.
Yes. Yeah. I was always conscious of the fact that I might need them to do gang fighter for Strix. And then this was sort of the natural progression because there's no more bears left. So
Anton's really. I mean, maybe this is like slightly illusionary because we're on ×2, but it looks like he really zeroed in on exactly what he needed to do this turn. Like he moved that ran that unit to contest the 40 straight away.
mm-hmm. This is our scoring there, which is impossible to read.
7-5.
I think it's 8-6. So that
2 seconds. Oh.
That was me resolving 3 corrosion effects, marking the damage, and getting that heavy over there to contest.
Yeah, I think it's 8 now. 8-5, maybe 8-6.
I believe it's 9-6.
There you go.
Um,
that was the shake. So good work, Aleks. Is there anything you kind of want to say about anyone or anything before we kind of finish the video up?
Thanks, Anton, for the game, and thanks, Sweden. Like I know a lot of the Swedish guys. They were very hospitable last year when I went up there and played their boot camp with them and gained all that insider information. So it was just very nice to see them again. Unfortunately, in the first round, someone had to be eliminated. So.
Did you do a boot camp with them this year and get insider information?
No. This year we did a boot camp with you guys in Copenhagen.
Well, given that you won the year before and lost this time, it sounds like the insider information was key.
Well, to be fair, we beat Sweden here, though.
Yeah, right. Don't worry about that, I guess.
Needed the German boot camp.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, we anything you want to say, Lewis? Otherwise, we'll wrap up.
No, awesome game to watch and really cool to see such high-level Brinebloods play as well.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, catch us all around. Bye.
Thanks for having me.